So it's come out that Razer and Microsoft have been working on a keyboard and mouse solution for the Xbox One. And I think this is a cool idea. It gives you choice for a console that has really just generally been limited to a single controller. And really a good keyboard for a console would be a really welcome addition. It means that mouse and keyboard games will be playable on the Xbox, which is huge. You could get things like Age of Empires and other RTSs, which are either flat out never going to be supported on console otherwise, or have had horrible support simply due to the inherent limitation of a controller for such games for so long so far. And with cross-platform play between the Xbox One and PC, this is great because it means developers will have no reason to not support it due to any excuse of unfair advantage, because both Xbox players and PC ones will have access to the same input types. Also, you won't have such a problem with splitting the two input types into two different groups or lobbies to play against each other, because you'll have a larger pool of players to work with due to the joined platforms, which means lobbies will be more full. Something far less likely if you were just to split the PC players alone for this reason, so it actually benefits us for something to change on the Xbox One itself. Now, of course, on this point, there is that unfair advantage, and it'll be the main point that people will talk about, and there's a reason that GTA, for example, split the mouse and keyboard and controller users into different lobbies, and I do feel this is probably a necessary thing to happen. Anyone who's playing on PC with a controller on something like an FPS will know that you are at a disadvantage with the controller over a mouse and keyboard when it comes to those sort of Twitch shooters. Now, for a lot of other things like third-person games, it's not really such a big thing, but certainly for FPSs, it's a huge deal. So yes, we definitely would need different lobbies. But as I say, with cross-platform play, we're not going to get the problem, or we shouldn't get the problem, of having small or empty lobbies because people are being split into two different groups depending on what they're playing with. Now, my main question though is, if you wanted these two options, if you wanted a keyboard and mouse input, then wouldn't you already be on PC? I just wouldn't have thought there'd be much demand for this. People on console, by and large, are looking for a super easy experience. This doesn't feel like that. I'm not sure who's demanding it, and I don't know why you would want this if you're on a console. It just doesn't feel like the console experience. The whole idea of a console, or the main argument for a console, or the only argument for a console, is that it's just plain plug and play, really easy. There's no faff with any other peripherals or whatever. So this feels like an extra complication to an experience that's supposed to be extremely basic. You're not supposed to have to be able to think about what you're going to be playing with. You just have one option. But that said, I'm a fan of options. It's the reason I'm on PC, so maybe people will like it, and maybe they'll realize to come over to PC gaming fully at some point. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to complain about more optionality. And another benefit that we should see on PC is it should mean better mouse and keyboard support for us, as devs have more reason to support it. I haven't really come across any horrible mouse and keyboard support lately, but I know any of us who've played a few games will have realized that some games just do not support mouse and keyboard well at all. So hopefully this eradicates all of those issues in the future. Now, there's no exact date to when it's coming or what price this is going to be. I can't see it being that cheap with Razer at the helm, but I'm interested to see who's actually going to get this, and I'd love to see some stats on the number of people playing on a console or the Xbox One with a mouse and keyboard. Hopefully Microsoft do release that data in the future. It's going to be interesting to see what the next generation of consoles goes for. If this is what they're already aiming for the current console market, I wonder if they're going to get even more PC-like for the next generation, but that's a few years away. Anyway, it's interesting just to see some innovation in the console market of some kind at the moment.